Lisa, thanks so much for your time today. I really appreciate it. Why don't we get started? Could you share a little bit about your organization and your role at the organization?
Sure. Teen Leadership Foundation works alongside transitional age foster youth in the areas of housing, mentorship, independent living skills such as employment readiness classes, banking classes, anything that's going to prepare them for that time as they transition out of the foster care system into adulthood, really. I'm the founder of the organization. We're roughly around 20 years old now.
Awesome. That's great. Can you tell me, before you started working with Time Boss, what was your main struggle related to time? What tension were you feeling?
Yeah, what really led me to Time Boss was understanding that our busy schedules and my team and how we could really utilize our time better and more cohesively, especially in a hybrid model, and especially with our schedules, with having 20 some residents in our homes and in and out of offices, really being able to sit when we are together and utilizing that time to really have the maximum impact.
Yeah, that makes sense. Were the challenges you experienced, were they causing any stress on the team or any challenges internally that you might call out?
I think if I need to say stress, really it was more of because we are hybrid, because even within that we are in and out and
Yeah.
working daily with other people, that things can get missed and
Yeah.
schedules can be so quick, and looking forward can sometimes be missed. I may not, I may know what is coming forward as the founder, the executive director. However, if people aren't around and there's no way to fill in that gap, sometimes things are missed, and it was creating a larger stress, I guess, per se.
Yeah, that makes total sense. That makes sense. How did you originally discover Time Boss?
Really talking to just members in the community, people that knew Andrew, that knew of Andrew and what he was doing in his past. And I really thought that it was something that we should try out as a team.
That's awesome. How long after you became aware of the program did you start working with us with Time Boss? Do you remember how long that gap was? Seems like it was pretty
I,
quick.
I think we met, and yeah, I think I said that day, let's do this. And we kind
That's
of
right.
started, I think.
I think that's right.
I,
Before we got started, were there any doubts that you had, any concerns you had, just unknowns about the program?
Yeah, probably more of just that word unknown, not
Mm,
really knowing what to expect,
yeah.
wanting to make sure again that our time was being utilized well, and the things that were being introduced to us was something that we truly could commit to making a longer term impact.
Yeah, that makes total sense. That's great. What did you implement after we started working together? Do you remember things that you implemented right off the bat?
Yeah, I think right off, it really was really buttoning up more on utilizing some of the tools that we have available to us.
Yeah.
We were using certain online platforms, Asana, but we really weren't utilizing it to our the best advantage. We weren't paying a lot of attention to deadlines, et cetera.
Mm,
Sharing calendars was very impactful to be able to know more of what my team was doing on a day in and day out basis, and for them to know what I'm doing,
mm,
and how it all makes sense and how it's cohesively working together.
mm. What kind of impact, just in your day to day experience as a team, what kind of impact did that have?
Yeah, I think it's really allowed us to for the communication to be at a level to where my staff is now knowing not only what I'm out doing, but how that really impacts their day-to-day lives,
Mm,
allowing them to see the future of what I'm running 6 months ahead of them, if not further, and for them to really see and catch on to the vision and work towards that together has been
mm.
very helpful.
Yeah, that's really powerful. That's great. Now that you've experienced those results, who else do you think would be a good fit for Time Boss? Who do you think it's a good fit for?
Yeah, I honestly don't think it's not a fit for anyone. I really think it's a fit for smaller organizations,
Mm,
And even just smaller teams within a larger organization as well.
Right.
I had some thoughts. I had mentioned this to several of my just nonprofit peers, really, of just because of the nature of our work and a lot of us working day in and day out, truly impacting those lives, which means on the ground level doing that. And again, back to that then is not a lot of time for communication inside as a team, et cetera. So I had mentioned that, and I really feel like that is that could be a win in a lot of nonprofit organizations
Mm,
specifically.
mm. Yeah, that's really good. If you were talking to someone else who had the same doubts you had before they jumped in, what might you say to them if they were concerned about the same things you were concerned about?
Yeah, I would just say, be open to it. Be mindful that it can be it is a process,
Mm,
and continue to be open, during that time period.
mm.
You will see the benefit of it, and almost immediately, quite honestly. But sticking to the disciplines, and really making sure that you and your team are meeting even to revisit those disciplines is very helpful.
Yeah, that's awesome. Great. Lisa, thank you so much. Really appreciate your time.
Absolutely.